Is that better? Can you hear me now? Damn, I'm 10 minutes in. Don't tell me I was 10 minutes in with no sound. That would suck. Can you hear me now, Ryan? So I'm hoping, hoping it's good to go now. Yep. All right, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Damn, I hope was I 10 minutes in and what's it? I'm just on here on on mute. Man, but what I'm talking about is, man, this PTSD that's going on, this depression that men are dealing with. It's like, man, and nobody's really talking about it. Nobody's really paying attention to it. Here you just find out, man. Thank you, appreciate it. Nobody's, you know what I mean, showing any interest in it. Like, man, my brother-in-law, he wound up a little bit over a year now. He wound up killing himself, shooting himself, suicide. Then my son-in-law's son wound up hanging himself. Wife comes in and find him, another suicide. And that's two people that in close proximity to me. And nobody even like asks, like, damn, what would make them do this, man? What was going on in they head to send them over the edge like that? And it's like, man, I done been through some stuff in my time, but nothing has, other than being reckless in the streets, where I'm just driving with, you know what I mean, with gasoline draws on. Nothing has ever made me want to, you know what I mean, end it for myself. It's nothing's been that bad for me, but everybody don't have that type of strength or that type of mentality to overcome shit like that. And man, it's like, man, men have this perception that we can't talk about it. We can't admit that something's bothering us. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Tomorrow is not for everything. Exactly, man. It's like, but we have this perception, this stigma that a man can't show that he's vulnerable. A man can't speak up and say something feeling a little too heavy for him, you know? And it's like, man, a lot of these kids, man, that's going through things out here, man, they dealing with trauma. If you have 4 or 5 little homeboys that grew up together, 3 of them got killed by gunfire. The other 2 that's remained, and one of them happened to be with 2 other guys that was killed at that time, and he happened to survive. That's a lot on the brain for a teenager that's just breaking into his 20s. That's a whole lot on the mental. You know what I mean? But it's like nobody's in the community that even talk to these shorties. Then you got a lot of these kids, man. They out here raising themselves, man. They parents either strung out, locked up, or out here doing their own damn thing. Because we got so many parents, so many young moms and dads now, you know what I mean? So a lot of these kids out here just doing it on their own and figuring this shit out as they go. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, I'm like, for me to have 2 people in that close proximity of me take their life, how many other people that had the same type of thing happen to them that close to them? You know what I mean? That's just set my wife over the, you know what I mean? She couldn't understand what would make her brother do that type of thing. You know what I mean? And still to this day can't figure it out. You know what I mean? Because nothing was left behind to talk about or reason and none of that. So it's like, man, we got a lot. We need to have these open discussions more, and men need to start being more honest with themselves and being willing to talk. You know what I mean? Because man, I was dealing with depression, man, in my early 30s and shit, man. And I was on reckless time, man. When I say literally, I would go out a couple times a week. I'm shutting the bar down. I'm shutting the club down. I'm hitting somebody up in Fells Point on the college night. Something. I was on reckless mode, and I didn't even realize it. Man, friendly, what it do, bro? Man, appreciate you tapping in, man. And it's like, man, men be going through trauma, man, and we don't even have the common sense to tell somebody. We always gotta put it in our back pocket like we in control, like we good. Man, good to see you, friendly, man. I hope everything good with you, bro, man. Always love you, man. You know what it is, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, we walk around with like nothing's bothering us. We walk around like nothing's too big to even ask for help. And it's like, man, I got past that. I'm all man. I have no soft nothing, but I talk now. You know what I mean? I'm willing to open up about the shit that's bothering me now. You know what I mean? Before, I still probably don't do it enough because my wife still tell me like, man, you don't say you're sorry enough. You don't say, you know what I mean? So, but I'm better than what I was before. Truth don't have to hurt, man. For real, it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's like, man, but that's the that's the that's the way a lot of us was raised. Boys ain't supposed to cry. Chest out, chin up. Stop crying like a girl. You know what I mean? That was all, man. That was always some of this shit you would hear. You know what I mean? It's like, man, right? Exactly, friend. You know what I mean? Like, man, that's like we man can't shed a tear, man. That's the thing. You leave all of that stuff trapped up in you, man. You'll go crazy and lose your own damn mind. You got to learn to let that shit out. You got to have somebody that you can talk to, man. But man, we choose our ego. We don't know how to check our ego at the door. We'd rather crash out than say, "Damn, I should have told somebody that's how I was feeling." You know what I mean? And that kid up in Florida, man, he literally on he's messaging, going back and forth with a dude so called his op. Tell him I'll be home in 5 minutes. Pull up on me. Soon as he posts a message, his so called ops pull up on him, gun him down right at his doorway. You know what I mean? Like, man, what the hell are we like, you know what I mean? For you to even have that mentality to think won't nobody pull your whole card. You know what I mean? You can't keep saying anything because you feel like saying it just because it popped in your brain, man. So it's like, man, you never know what the person in front of you in the store has just went through before he walked out of his door. I always tell my people, man, when I'm back up, give people their space. You gotta respect people's space, man, because you could be smothering somebody unknowingly, and they can turn around and blow your damn brains out because they was in the house being smothered for years. You understand what I mean? You never know what a person is going through. You never know how close a person is to man being over the edge. That was somebody close to him that they grew up to. Exactly. I believe it was. It happened, man. It's like, man. But it's like nowadays we gotta people that you grow up with. I mean, the friendship don't mean the same thing to this generation as it did with us coming up. You know what I mean? It was like, man, all my friends was like brothers to me. You understand? Like all of my friends was like they were like brothers to me. Not too many people could get to you in minutes. People out in the streets and they do internet screaming the wrong things. Exactly. Man, just like, man, this internet is, man, it goes through and as soon as you think it, as soon as you press it, that shit's out there to the world. Now you might just not even paying any mind, but how many people saw that you trying to check their nuts and they on the way to your doorstep? You know what I mean? It's like, man, you can't just say anything, man. And it's like we dealing with a masculinity problem. A lot of it, especially these young boys, man, because a lot of them, man, I still say it to this day. A lot of them young boys dealing with emotions from being raised by a lot of southerners that had them little boys sitting right in a circle with all these women, listening to them just chirp. And now them same little boys that was raised up listening to the ladies just chirping on is these little hot-head, hot-tempered little fuckers out here that's gunning everything down. That's my belief, and I truly believe that. I truly believe it, man. The link, man. I'm still learning this joint friendly, and I'm just getting me I'm on my new laptop, and I'm trying to figure a lot of this BS out, bro. But man, real soon, I have it down in a minute, man. I'm trying to get it all together. I don't even know how to bring you up. Yeah. I'm gonna figure it out, though. I'm gonna figure it out, man. But I just want to, man. Anybody, man, like Freddie, you got shorties too, Freddie. Like, man, make sure you're always willing to talk to the kids, man. Make sure you always have that open dialogue with them, where, man, they know they can come talk to you no matter what, man. They don't have to hold nothing back. You know what I mean? You cut and paste it. You can cut it and paste it. All right, I'm gonna figure this shit out. I have to. I ain't got no choice. But it's like, man, too many kids don't have that open dialogue with somebody close, a parent, an uncle, an aunt, whoever. You got to be able to, man, let these kids know they can come to you, man. Ain't nothing too big for them to talk to you about. It ain't nothing that bad where they can't come and holler at you. I always make sure my little girls knew. Y'all come holler at daddy about anything. You ain't never got to go out there depending on no dude. No other dude feeling like they got you before daddy got you. You ain't got to kiss no ass. And you ain't got to do nothing that you don't want to do as a young lady to appease no dudes out here because your daddy got you. And I got 3 girls. You understand what I'm saying? I had 3 girls. So it was like, man, let them know your daddy crazy. Your daddy come out here and tear the fur off their ass behind their little girls. So y'all ain't never gotta lose yourself. You ain't never gotta do nothing to lose yourself as a young lady / woman to appease no nigga out here because your daddy got you no matter what. And they could all, man, y'all come talk to me about anything because I done it. Don't let no dude pour no wool over your eyes. You know what I mean? Come ask your daddy, is he BSing or not? You know what I mean? So I always had open discussions with mine. I always said, whatever I felt and thought, I always did the opposite of everybody else. Exactly. It's like, man, I always let my girls know, you ain't got to lie to me about nothing, even if you embarrassed about it. You know what I mean? Shit, okay. Man, come talk to daddy, and man, it's going to stay right here. We going to figure it out how you ain't got to be embarrassed. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, need more of this in the community, man. It's a lot of these kids that's crashing out. And they don't even know why they crashing out, man. Depression, PTSD, trauma, it comes from a lot of different things, man. And it's a lot of stuff going on in these neighborhoods with these kids now. But they got a lot going on in their brain that a lot of them, they ain't gonna even realize it, that it's fucking with them till 10 years from now, if they make it. You know what I mean? If they, man, I was grown 21, but man, I ain't started really becoming into a man until I was kicking 30 in the ass. You know what I mean? For real. So that, man, they don't even realize they ain't even, they haven't even broke the ice on nothing yet, man. So it's like, man, it's a moment that'll blow over. Just support them. Exactly, man. So, man, we gotta, man, I just wanted to holler at the folks, man. And if you got a young shorty out here that you see, that you know that's close to you, man, keep open discussion with them, man. Open conversation with them, man. Just let them know they can come holler at you, man. 'Cause there's a lot going on with these kids nowadays. Just so much, the stuff is going so fast with this generation. Our head would have swiveled off our damn shoulders if we was coming up in these times that they coming up in now. It's so much happening. Everything's in super speed time. You know what I mean? Everything's going extra fast for these men, and they don't have time to even think about that. They don't go, and everything is right here at the tip of their fingers where they just doing anything, man. And that's just changing their life when they really don't even want to. A lot of them don't want to be doing that shit, man. But they don't think they have no other choice, man. So man, let's keep all these kids in our prayers and shit, man. Too, man. Rain, friendly, all of y'all, man. Everybody stay safe out there. Everybody stay, man, focused, and everybody stay prayed up, you know. Just wanted to tap in for a minute, man. It's our responsibility to stand as a man and as fathers. Yes, it is. 100% agree, bro. 100%. The pocket of trust is super important. Yes. I keep telling them, you have to have one person that you can talk to about, man, that you can count on. No matter you pick that phone up, no matter what time it is, no matter what the situation is, you need to have that one person that you can rely on where you know if you need that ride to come get you just so you can talk before you go crash out, if you just need somebody to cry to, scream, whatever. You need to have that one person you can just let it out to, man. And I'm glad I do. I'm blessed that I do have that, and man, I hope everybody on here do as well, man. So, man, appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Like, subscribe, and share, folks. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Definitely appreciate it, man. Friendly, get at me, bro. Man, Rain, thank you. Man, y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your evenings and all, man. Gotta tap it out and spend some QT time with the wife, you know? Man, so yeah, Chicago's finest, man. We up out of here, man. And thank y'all, people, man. Appreciate it. All back.